Hello, welcome to the discussion on Preamble of the Indian Constitution. Preamble helps us to analyze the philosophy behind the Constitution. It helps us to understand various values which are embedded in our Constitution. Let us look at the text of the Preamble. Before looking at the text of the Preamble is inspired from the Objectives Resolution. Objectives Resolution is introduced by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru in the first session of the Constituent Assembly. Preamble of the Constitution text starts with the word "We, the people of India." The meaning of "We, the people of India" is the power source for the Constitution is obtained from the people. That is, we, the people, are giving authority to the Constitution to proceed with the following things. So, the power source for the Constitution is taken from the people themselves. The next part says, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign. Sovereign, the meaning of the word sovereign is a country is independent and it will take decisions on its own. It does not depend on anybody in making any decisions. The second word is socialistic. Meaning of this is the objective of India, the government of India, is to establish a welfare state and ensure redistribution of income. Socialistic. Secular. The meaning of the word secular is government will not involve in the religious affairs. There are two different meanings of secularism. One being a Western philosophy of secularism, second being Indian secularism. The primary difference between Indian secularism and Western secularism is in Western countries, state is completely disassociated from religious affairs, whereas Indian form of secularism gives a proactive role to the state to reform various aspects of religion. So, we the people of India have solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialistic, secular, democratic. Democratic means the power flows from the people, that is, government will be elected by the people, of the people, for the people. Democratic. And finally, republic. The meaning of the word republic is if the head of the state in any country is elected either directly or indirectly, if we are electing the head of the state, we call that country or that polity as a republic. The other alternative to republic is monarchy. In monarchy, the head of the state is not elected. He or she is hereditary in nature, and if the country is a constitutional monarchy, that monarch is a titular monarch. So we have resolved to constitute India into sovereign, socialistic, secular, democratic republic. The next part of the text says, and to secure all its citizens, that is, to provide for all the citizens justice. Justice is of three categories. 1. Political justice. 2. Economic justice. 3. Social justice. Now, political justice is manifested in the form of right to vote. That is, everybody has a voice in choosing who governs this country. That is a way of political justice. Coming to social justice, India has a history of discriminating certain sections of the society. Because of discrimination, there are certain deep disadvantages and differences which are there in our society. Now, it is the job of the independent India and the constitution to reassure the minority class and discriminated sections to make sure they feel included within the country. So, the preamble says to establish political justice, social justice, and economic justice, that is, economic redistribution. The next part of the text says liberty, that is, to secure all its citizens liberty. During the British struggle, we all lacked independence. So, the primary objective of the constitution is to secure liberty. Liberty with respect to thought and expression, that is, we should be able to think in the way we like and express the way we want. We should have the complete control in what we believe and in our faith and worship. This liberty helps in securing all round development of an individual. Only when we have liberty, we will be able to think. As the famous quote says, disobedience is the foundation of liberty. That is, when we are able to think the way we like, and when we are able to question the existing norms and customs, then that forms the foundation for a liberty. So the preamble says to secure all the citizens liberty with respect to belief, thought and expression, faith and worship. After this, it secures equality. Preamble says it is our responsibility to establish an egalitarian society. That is, in a society where there is no difference between people, there is no class difference. This egalitarian society can be achieved by providing equality of status and opportunity. Now, these justice, liberty, and equality, these are provided by means of fundamental rights and DPSPs, that is, directive principles of state policy. For example, fundamental rights like abolition of untouchability, or DPSP like equitable distribution of wealth. These aim at providing justice, liberty, and equality to all our citizens. After this, the preamble says to promote among them all fraternity. The meaning of the word fraternity is brotherhood. India saw a painful history of partition just before independence. So, it is the primary aim of the constitution to make sure everybody feel included, the dignity of every individual citizen is respected, and brotherhood is promoted amongst them all. Along with this, preamble secures unity and integrity of India. Now, important aspects that we have studied till now in preamble is: number 1, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Number 2, justice, economic, political, social. 3, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. and to promote among all of us fraternity by assuring dignity of every individual. Now, there are certain questions about preamble which are relevant from prelims point of view. First question is preamble a part of the constitution? The answer is yes. Preamble is a part of the constitution. Second question, can preamble be amended? The original preamble did not contain the words secular, socialist, and integrity. Preamble was amended in 42nd amendment, and these words were added. So, can preamble be amended? The answer is yes. Preamble can be amended. Third question with respect to preamble, we need to understand from prelims perspective is preamble enforceable in a court of law, or is preamble justiciable? The answer is no. Preamble is not justiciable. Preamble cannot be enforced by courts of law. It is a philosophical basis for the constitution. So the primary purpose of the preamble is it serves as a guide to the judiciary to interpret various aspects of the constitution. Now, one exercise question possible from mains perspective is discuss the important facets of the preamble and analyze how relevant provisions of the constitution aim at realizing those facets of the preamble. You can try this question and post your answers in the comments. Thank you.